Today on Larry King Now, it's 50 Cent. We go inside the mind of the rapper, actor, entrepreneur.
I never knew my father. You know, some people have that thing where they actually want that parent that they haven't had in their lives for a long time. Nah, I have no interest in it.
How he went from the streets of Queens to millionaire mogul.
I never understand how people can actually get out and make money and not have the time to count it.
Plus,
I had a non-disclosure agreement, so I couldn't actually say exactly how much I made, but I can show you all my teeth.
okay. That's all next on Larry King Now. Welcome to Larry King Now. Our special guest is 50 Cent, rapper, actor, philanthropist, business mogul, working on his first album in nearly 4 years. He's also releasing a brand of headphones. He's made millions off his own vitamin water and has written a fitness manual. He's living the American dream. Curtis, how did you pick this name?
Oh, man. Oh, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
That one, it was kind of a nickname given.
Why?
To me, and I used to like to play video games a lot, and I don't want to play once, I want to play twice. So I asked for 50 Cent, it was 25 cents at the time, so I did it, and it kind of stuck. But there's also a guy from Fort Greene Projects that has the same actual name, and I thought it was cool to use for music because it's a metaphor for change.
So were you called 50 Cent as a kid?
No, but as my late teens, it started happening, yeah.
You grew up in the Fort Greene Projects?
No, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
Fort Greene was where?
In Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. You were Queens.
From Queens.
I was Brooklyn. I remember Fort Greene.
East Side, still New York.
Yeah, that's right. All the same boroughs.
Yeah.
Your breakout album was called Get Rich or Die Trying, right? Was money always your goal?
Well, you know what? Money was always the visible financial restraint. You know, it's because I grew up without finances around me in low-income situation. I would always see opportunities or things that actually taking place that I couldn't be a part of because I didn't have finances.
So that was your goal?
Right. And this is why it became a part of the topic, being the title of the actual album. And writing about prosperity is, even ministers, they have larger congregations if they preach prosperity.
Why rap? How did that come to you?
Rap music was an opportunity for me to use some of the things. Like I wrote, the majority of my material in the very beginning contained a level of aggression that matched what was going on in the environment. And it was an opportunity to write all of the dysfunctional behaviors that I experienced prior to, any success or anything.
You had problems as a kid, right?
Yeah, a lot. I had a rough time.
You were into drugs?
Yeah.
How did you break that?
Well, in the 12-step program, they tell you to change your people, places, and things. That applies to someone who doesn't use drugs but is influenced and is actually utilizing it for different reasons also. So, having the ability to move away from, people, there's no temptation of going back in the same activities. When
you look at yourself now and all that's happened to you, do you kind of pinch yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it's unreal at some points,
When you look back at Queens and then look at yourself?
I actually ride through there. I actually ride through the neighborhood.
I do, too. I go back to Brooklyn.
Yeah, and when I do it, it inspires me all over again.
You see where you were.
To work, yeah.
Where do you live now?
Well, now I own Mike Tyson's home in Connecticut. I bought his estate, and that was confirmation of success for me.
No kidding. Why 4 years between albums? Why?
This actual project it happens to be my 5th and final requirement.
Your 5th requirement?
Yeah, it's the 5th because I signed a 5-album deal and it's the 5th album.
I see.
So we went through, to look at all of the accountants of everything that was involved because it's the last project. In this digital area, hasn't music changed a lot? Dramatically, yeah. I mean, the marketing dollars that were in place for your superstar music artists, then it's no longer there. Like when they would sell a CD for $19.99 and give the artist a dime out of the $19.99, they could put together those $20 million marketing campaigns when you're selling 15 to 20 million records.
Did you always have this business acumen? I mean, or did you take to it naturally? How do you explain that?
I never understand how people can actually get out and make money and not have the time to count it.
Do you know how much you're worth?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing pretty good. That's why I smile all the time. You see me?
What was your first big score?
Well, if I had to make a wish, the first wish I would have made is that my project would be a success. Get Rich or Die Trying. It was the largest debut hip-hop album, so it's
so that was your big score?
Yeah, first effort, yeah.
But how did you branch out into other businesses?
Well, following that actual project, I started G-Unit Records, because if you're a successful artist, but you've signed to a major record company, you don't own yourself. Like, you've offered
You're in
yourself
business
to the
for
record
yourself.
company. Yeah, and I started G-Unit Records, so the artist that was signed to the company, I'd have ownership of them, like Interscope has ownership over me. So...
Wow. When we first found out about you, I mean, when I first heard about you, it was the guy who survived 9 gunshots.
Yeah.
Where were you shot?
I was shot in the face. Yeah.
Where was this, in Queens?
Yeah, in Jamaica, Queens, in front of my grandmother's home.
How old were you?
I was 19. No, yeah.
Was it a gang thing?
No, gang. I've never been affiliated with a gang. It's one of those things that I'd say it was karma, almost, because I've done some things, and that's how I give myself an explanation to
You think
move.
you deserved it?
No.
No, but it was karma.
Yeah, but I mean, I've done some things that make me, I can take it and just say that, well, I did things, so.
So you faced death?
Faster, yeah.
You fear it?
Well, I'm aware of it. I think a lot of people, because humans are habit forming and we look forward to the future, we all have savings accounts and no one's anticipating that tomorrow may not come for us.
We're never going to know.
Yeah.
Coming up, we're talking business. Curtis tells me about his Midas touch. Maybe some of it will rub off on me. That's next with 50 Cent. Don't go away.
Hit the button, then we pulling out the top. Shines on stunting, and I'm pulling out a knot. With the pull it out a lot. The front, I'm on top. How we do? Ain't on it. We on. Everything new. Spikes on the loop. Baton. We up.
That's the clip from the new single, We Up. What does that mean?
That's hot. That mean we winning. That mean we on top, baby.
I grew up very poor. You grew up poor, right? You lost your mother?
Yep.
I lost my father. How did you deal with that? I take it with me. I never forget where I was from.
Absolutely, and for me, I don't think I really dealt with it in the early stages, Larry, because I lost my mom when I was like 8, so I didn't really understand at that point. But later, like, they would consistently say, "Oh, well, you know, she's not coming back," and I'm like, "Yeah, she is."
Yeah.
You know, like my grandfather looked at me like, "Hey, he really doesn't understand." In the early points, but then later, you know, you grow and you start to understand it a little more.
What about your dad?
I never knew my father. You know, I never actually met him.
I wonder what he thinks now.
Yeah. You know, some people have that thing where they actually want that parent that they haven't had in their lives for a long time. Nah, I have no interest in it. You know, the mistakes that I made early on, Larry, he could have been there to help me not make those mistakes.
Damn right.
You know.
Okay, now how did you become interested in vitamin water?
That
was your baby, right?
Yeah.
Vitamin water,
actually,
which is everywhere.
I was in a supermarket and I saw a gallon of water for $2.89, and I went further down the aisle and I seen another gallon of spring water for 59 cents. And I just know that if you put that in these 2 different cups that we have in front of us, that I wouldn't know the difference between what spring it came from. You know, but Poland Spring has conditioned us to spend more for their brand than the other brand that I saw. And when I got back, I told Chris at the time, me and Chris Lighty was working closely together, he was managing me, and I said, I want to sell water. And he was like what? I said, I want to sell water. He's like, to who? I said, everybody need water. Like, you know, it might have been an easier concept for him if I said I wanted to sell liquor.
So how'd you come up with vitamin water, different flavors?
Well, that actually, I came across it here in Los Angeles. in the gym on Sunset Boulevard. I was working out, and I came across it, and I kept the actual bottle.
So you bought the company?
No, so I ended up having about almost 10% of it.
And it was sold to Coca-Cola for you made $100 million?
Well, $4.1 billion they actually sold the company for. I did pretty good. I had a non-disclosure agreement, so I couldn't actually say exactly how much I made, but I could show you all my teeth.
Okay. You started another energy drink, Street King.
This project, the Street King project, it came after me having the opportunity to travel, and like I was in Africa and I got a chance to see the effects of famine, and I wanted to do something. So when I got back, I started sorting through categories to try and figure out like what kind of company I could associate myself with to make the statement, because I wanted to be able to lead, and I had this concept and idea of promoting conscious capitalism, because at the same time, the same period was when we were going through the Occupy Wall Street, LA and Chicago, and people feeling like the major corporations didn't care about them. So I decided to partner with the United Nations World Food Program and to provide a meal with every energy drink sold. And I picked the category because it was the only category in consumer packaging goods that was $1 billion category that had 1 liter. It was just 5-hour energy.
All right, now, tomorrow you're going on QVC.
Yeah.
To sell this is a headphone called what?
It's called, it's SMS audio headset. It's the Street On-Ear version. Tomorrow I present a exclusive color on QVC.
Wow.
Hey, I didn't realize how big QVC was. How many people would actually buy? They do like $25 million a day. $8.5 billion last year.
So you're going to buy QVC?
I would like to live there.
You're going to look at that?
I'd like to just move in and just be there.
If he stays with this, I predict he will make it. Don't go away. We're back with the incredible 50 Cent, one of the great success stories ever. Now tell me about Formula 50, a 6-week workout and nutritional plan to transform your life.
Yeah. This actual book was inspired by the process I went through during my second album, The Massacre. Due to the traveling on the first project being a success, I went so many different places on Get Rich or Die Trying that the food standards were different. So what was consistent, and I'm not like, I'll try different things, but not different food. I'm real basic with what I like to eat. So I stuck to what was pretty much, the standard was pretty much the same, and that was the fast food. So I ended up a little bigger than I was supposed to be. And I had to hire a trainer and a nutritionist to get back in shape for the next project. And
so you call it Formula 50?
Yeah, because of the information that I acquired over that time period, I was able to put it in an actual book.
Now, you've also signed 5 fighters. You're a boxing promoter. According to CBS, you've signed 5 of them, right?
That venture happened by accident. It was actually something I was doing to help a friend, Floyd Mayweather Jr., develop a company, because I see him going through that cycle of fight, get the money, spend the money, fight, and not doing anything that could consistently be something that save him in the future. So I try to, develop the promotional company, because it's where he's been passionate for a very long time, and he has a value there. And towards the end, he didn't actually want to invest in being the actual part of the promotions. Yeah.
That's a tough business, though, isn't
it? Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, though, because, like, I get a chance to live vicariously through the fighters.
Are you single now?
Yeah.
You dated Chelsea Handler, huh?
Yeah, I don't have a boss right now. I run the show myself.
You live by yourself in a huge house?
Well, when I get a chance to be there, I live in hotel rooms. I travel so often because I'm doing well. I mean, if you're an entertainer and you're home a lot, that should be a clear indication you ain't doing good.
Do you do concerts?
Yeah, I travel to tour and perform at different points. I'm all over the place, Larry.
Do you ever work with other singers?
Yeah, a lot of collaborations. Like, even the first song, We Up, was featuring me and Kendrick Lamar, a new artist out of Los Angeles.
Are you always looking for something?
Something new, yep. And if you ask a person who's ambition, do they know what they want? They're giving you a short-term answer, because it's going to change. You know, I know now that I want success in increments at different points, and not just one successful situation, you know, because the project itself, when I invest my energy into it and it becomes something that works, it feels great. The gratification connected to it is something that I'm addicted to.
Have you had a failure?
Yeah, well, I've had projects that I shouldn't have even involved myself in very much, and I got involved with it, and they weren't very big, and they weren't publicly noted. It was just like small, like investments and little things.
You learned from that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
are you a tough businessman?
Yeah, pretty tough. I think so. You know, I mean, I think my aura from the action music gives me an advantage.
I had Snoop Dogg on recently. It's now Snoop Lion.
Yeah.
He's preaching no guns.
I think Snoop is showing his growth in this actual project. I think that he's offered a lot of consistency within the material that he's presented, and like he has a different approach. Like he'll create an entire character for his new project. You know, because he went through like a pimp phase. Like
he did, yeah.
He had the pimp cup and Don Marijuana he went, and now you know he's doing this thing now with Snoop Lion and the righteous and the conscious.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Rapper, entrepreneur, politician. We'll talk about the future of 50 next. We're back with the incredible 50 Cent. He'll be on QVC tomorrow with his earphones. He has Formula 50. He's got the new CD out. Everything's happening for 50 Cent. I'm so happy to help him along his poverty building here. Okay, we have some social media questions. Money Manjar, do you tweet?
Yeah, I do.
Money Manjar on Instagram wants to know who your business entrepreneurial role model is. Do you have a role model?
Well, I have them for different categories for different reasons. Like I look at Zara as a company because they actually manufacture the clothes that they have at retail.
Yeah, Zara's amazing.
And own the space. So that separation, if you manufacture the T-shirt for $4 and you sold it to a retailer for $12 to $15, and they turn around and sold it for $32 or $28, so they can still do that 50 or 60% off and make a profit at the same time, like that. For them to sell it at the full price and from $4 to $32 is a huge gap, huge profit margin.
You think about things like that.
Yeah, it's hard to shop. Because, you know, you look at the tag and you go, how much you want for this? You got to be out your mind. You can make the same shirt for $4.
Janabo Nachiri on Facebook wants to know if you believe in life after death.
Life after death? Well, I'm not sure about that. No, I don't actually believe it about that. Life after death? Wow, that's like a Biggie Smalls album.
Truth.com via Instagram. If someone interviewed your son, business partners, or women you've dated, what would they all say about you?
They'd all say that the public doesn't actually know who I am. Because they see me under circumstances that are completely different than the platforms that I'm on when I'm entertaining. So they kind of see a different temperament. Yeah,
I see that. We'd like to play a little game called If You Only Knew. First person you ever kissed?
First person I ever kissed? I probably... my mama.
Oh, what about a girl?
Oh, first girl. Larry, I've been a ladies' man since I was like in preschool.
Okay, all right. Favorite album?
My favorite record is, you know, I'm up against it every time I go to write records. Is Get Rich or Die Trying. Yeah. I want to top it. Like I want to write a record that
better than
impacts.
The last.
Yeah.
Something no one knows about you.
I'm more interested, because you asked the female question, I'm more interested in a person's personality than their physical attributes.
Also, looks are not the #1 thing to you.
Nah. Of course, there got to be some looks involved, Larry.
Hey, yeah, back to preschool.
Yeah, but, you know, if the person has a strong personality and it's fun to be around them a lot, then...
Of all you've done, what's your biggest accomplishment?
Well, my biggest accomplishment would still have to be being successful as a music artist, because
That's still number one.
Yeah, because without that opportunity, then the finances are popular.
And do you have a favorite place to go in the world? Or a favorite place to be?
Favorite place?
You've been everywhere, right?
Yeah. It's been a roller coaster, man. Great experience. I really enjoy London, particularly, because it's like one of the first places that, like, when they say you're going on your international promo tour, like, your first stop is London. The record company sends you to London, and you go, wow, this is exciting, new scenery, everything's different.
Yeah, special place.
Yeah, and they embrace me. Totally a place.
Man, you were the best. 50 Cent, he'll be on QVC tomorrow with these. I want to thank him very much. The new single is We Up. Catch him tomorrow, April 16th on QVC, and you can find me on Twitter at King's Things, and I'll see you next time.